team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the SMU Mustangs offense will have the opening possession of the game. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress the defense for similar reasons, and you've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand. On the Sunday to go with it. Great start.
Such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Ready, set.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal?
Check.
They'll move the wide receiver.
Ready.
Speed, and if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels, but to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags, you know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
On the double.
So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man on the outside. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking. The defense credit, they were able to rally and made a tackle.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice one.
New set of downs after the completion. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down. Gets it out fast.
Got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pearson! No clearance on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Another incompletion on third down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
And they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
Base 27 jump! Base 27 jump!
Off the play fake on first down. Good throw. It's complete to the right. He's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The Mustangs racing to the line in a hurry up. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pocket breaking down. Just had to get rid of that. Good job to find another play.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something useful.
And the Mustangs will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive.
Fire!
Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback just missed it. Incomplete. So now it's second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. This time it's complete.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks in long yardage and predictable situations. Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, third and short, I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer, but the defense comes up and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. Fourth and inches, just line up something easy. You know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
They've got a first and 10 at the 34. Throws for the tight end. Finds space on the field. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And hey, this defense now on the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle and make a play on the field.
Right on target this time. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take two plays to get the first. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. To the air on first down. Fires toward the end zone. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Got it!
Working well behind the sticks on second down.
Come on, set!
Looking to fire. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He's not afraid to go deep. He's in for a touchdown.
And how about the dinosaurs, the quarterback, getting involved in this game in the passing attack? This is a guy that has really, really good hands, and this offense knows in these types of situations, if they can just find a way to get him involved, he can go score.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Lofts one high and deep. Makes the catch at the 20. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
Check, check!
From the shotgun down, there's an inside give. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
concentration that time by the receiver. If he catches it, it's going to be a first down. You just have to look that ball in. Do what you do every single day in practice. In your sleep, that's a bad break for the offense early.
Now facing a third and long. Just keep slinging it. Another incompletion on third down. They bring the punter onto the field now. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. Got it in the middle. It's Singleton. That defense got gas, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. Quick tempo here for the offense.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Mustang. Extra point here will tie the game. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out, because we're going to get a lot of score.
And he doesn't field it cleanly. It's loose. On the move from inside his spot. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely.
Hey, ready! Lasso!
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Gets rid of it. Got his man.
Nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
They actually have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you can tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making the play with his feet, and then getting the first down.
Well, the linebacker's playing zone coverage, and he's just watching the QB's eyes to see where he's going to go with the football, and the eyes take him to the ball. He's able to swat it away. Great play on defense.
Now the play fake. Oh, they're after him. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
On the ready?
And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Got it set up on the outside. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They got it at the 41. Offense will try to strike on first and 10. Under fire. And as he throws. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Here's the pressure. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Okay.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. Third and long. Unloads to the right. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. Under the try.
And find your ways. Nice job on the quarterback. Running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. With the catch, it's Cooper. Good, solid pick first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. He'll off one deep down the left side. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. They're dealing with a second and long.
22, water.
The give to the back. A 6-yard pickup that leads them to the field. And the Mustangs want to crank the tempo. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Singleton. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. First play of the period, first down here.
Military stun.
Takes it in. It's Hatcher. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Mustangs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hatchet. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It'll be third and long.
Come on, Dad.
The play action fake. And he gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack tear.
And the Mustangs will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And you just won't see a more effective punt than that, out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Pushes forward for a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 8.
And those body blows really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these defenses later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow.
Long yardage in front of the 1st and 10 from their own 19. Looking to throw on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was, so he's outside the tackle box as he moved the throw it away as long as he got the pass. Nothing there, nothing open, live to fight another down.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on first down from the 30.
Igloo.
He'll keep it himself. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Nice job there by the QB on the zone read, because he's watching the D lineman, and he knows he has to keep the football, and then he right away takes it upfield to get some positive yards.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense, and in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what
Offenses know and work on it all week. Third downs. We got to be really good. This offense not good on this third down. It could come back to bite.
On fourth down, going to the air. Fires to the big fella. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. This offense has it with really good field position.
Set, ready.
Got it. It's Cooper. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defense do. Look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. A shot toward the end zone. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And the try is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game. That 55-yard field goal attempt went awry. Now to make matters worse, they'll give it up first and 10 at the 38. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Rushes on him. Blasted as he lets it go. Intercepted. Now the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They put together a pretty good drive the last time they had it, but another taking it the other way. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up. You got to get moved down.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Holds and fires to the right. Now the connection takes it to the 11. The Mustangs want to move quickly.
Staying home. You saw the speed and their ability to
Intercepted a first half turnover can swing momentum.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His second interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
Just dropped it so close to his second interception of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
Come on, set.
Wants to go up top. Under fire. He throws back across and into the defense. A dangerous play. The grab and goes. He takes it inside.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, Dave, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. How about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been
Turning it on! Shoved out of bounds after the big game. They'll mark it at the plus 42. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it first and 10 outside the 40. Looking downfield on first down. He's got him. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Rides the back on the option. Begin.
Cheetah!
Getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Mustangs moving quickly to the line.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going to tempo.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Attach it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on
22 water. 22 water.
From the gun, wants to pass. Got out of trouble, throws. Complete, and looking for enough for the first down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down.
Hey, 27, Sean.
And it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
The Mustangs trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Out of the gun, looking to throw. He found some running room, but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone. And after that strong play on 1st down, they're right on the cusp of a score. 2nd and goal.
Ready, go.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, SMU.
And how about this offensive line? 3rd and goal, you gotta have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on the running back to score that touchdown.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work.
Jackrabbit.
Might be calling a hot route. Here comes he. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more wins on this game.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. He lost one down the sideline. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing to the football to the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to take shots.
Ready.
They got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. On the middle, it's very air. Big Apple is almost housed and finally dragged down at the big ready. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. Unleashes one deep. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want to start trying to make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
He'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wide receiver going in motion. Running into the open space. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains, they mark it at the 29. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the right. And the physical play there some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. He's got him this time. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly complete. They bring him down with the big play. Will move the sticks.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing here.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception today.
And it's just excellent. That cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it at a time. He knows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
To the air on first down. He unleashes a long one. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
And that's a good idea for this defense. I would be covering him, too, because he's already had a day's worth of yards. The big play out wide, man. They are finding him, and he's making productive plays. So good job by this defense recognizing that guy's not beating me anymore.
Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
You know they pay me extra.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far. Catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
He'll pull it down. Breaks up the first down and gets there. They want to get this defense on its heels. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. How about that way to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Perfect chance for us to put the first 2 quarters under the microscope.
We're just about ready to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive.
Get set, go!
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Connection to the right. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on first and 10. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Quarterback moving. Bought a little time, lets it go. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. A first and 10 for this offense.
Let's go!
Line play action. Pressure coming. Makes the grab. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And what good defense to be sound, to be disciplined. Listen, they don't throw to the fullback often, but they were ready for it, kept their eyes on their keys, went and played it, tackled the fullback for a loss.
There he goes. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And I really like the job by this offense because, listen, you've got the lead. Be smart with the football. You drop back, it's a scramble, the quarterback pulls it down, makes the play. Nice job. This is how you play with the lead. Take what the defense gives you and don't make mistakes.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Bringing the heat. On the run, still looking. He gets the job done. Picking up the first down, then getting down.
On the ready.
The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs.
Slam.
Motion from the wideout.
Ready.
With jet sweep pass. He's brought down. There's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside, defense.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
Trying to pound their way in. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
I think one of the biggest keys in stopping these big physical running backs is you can never let them get momentum running downhill, and I think that was a big factor on that play. They didn't get him right away. He was able to break a tackle, but he couldn't get the speed going, and as a result, he's going backwards. That's a big TFL for the league.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a running game can be really hard to stop when you got so many guys that can do some damage, and this defense is taking some licks. This QB's made him look silly a couple of times, but they're starting to adjust. Gotta like that play right there, getting to him and getting him hard.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're over looking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking the field goal at this point.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. He'll start this drive going to the air. Firing to the right, complete. Good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Off the RPO, complete. At the 40, there he goes. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. And the Mustangs will hustle to the line. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Fakes the grab on the left. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Tight end now in motion. The ground game. Ripping through the defense. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Mustang. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over.
Igloo! Igloo!
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Makes the grab. At the 35, he's got it. to the wideout. Beautifully rolled ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know they're going to run it. But you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second.
Gives you a caravan.
So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to score and score pretty darn quickly.
They stop it almost immediately. Short gain there instead of a little ground and cover to pick up the first. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. The Mustangs line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line.
On the double.
Guys, this offense will go back on the attack.
Here we go.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quarterback strolls away from him. And he's all bottled, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. To the air on second down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. It's a seam wide open. And he's in the end zone for a touchdown.
When these offenses get rid of their hard to stop. Already up early. Got a short field. Take advantage of it to get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around.
Ready.
Try to engage with a quick touchdown. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. And the Mustangs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go.
Let's go. Ready, go.
Grab your marker. It's Cooper. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Four.
Motion from the back. Wants to go up top on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down.
Military stunt.
That's Cooper. It's Cooper.
I like a decision by the quarterback. You just get the ball in your hands and get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than they do. But it's still a positive game.
Ready, go.
Wants to throw again. Caught in the backfield. It's Hatchett. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down.
Nice job by the defense on fourth down.
change now on 2nd and long.
Set.
Hand off from the shotgun. Shakes off the defender. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
And when the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you get him before he gets going. Once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead. They're just having fun out there. They're still throwing football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Holding. Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, one that just kills an offensive momentum. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3.
Okay.
They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one.
29 Philly.
They want to throw it. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting them a little bit behind the stick, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Throws to the tight end. And it's knocked away, incomplete on 3rd down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they will take a major hit in the rankings next week. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again.
Cooler.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Singleton. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down.
Ready.
Send the tight end in motion. They'll leave it with him. Makes it past the marker. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. The Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Cooler.
Give to the back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
Trick 9B.
Play action. Comes out. What a disastrous play. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Still running at the 40. Breaks into the open. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Complete to the right. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. And the Mustangs didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, SMU. And they add 6 more to the
watching this, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find the rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to, and this offense is struggling, and you're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
He'll bring it out. It's moved. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Now this offense is back on the field.
Flare! Flare!
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Coming out of the from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down. So they know the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Off play action on first down. They get to him as he throws. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. They'll run play action. Here's the pressure. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. Here comes the offense on second down.
Green 25.
Wants to go up top. Rush on him. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? They're working the left side. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. That is just a perfect example of not deciding before the snap where you have to go with the ball.
Yeah, because that will get you in trouble. You can tell right away. He wants to get the ball to his primary. He's covered. He comes off and does a nice job being patient, taking his time, hitting the drag route, getting the first down.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Got the quick pass. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
Got it.
He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
I think some people might say,
Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. And the extra point was good to finish things off. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Oh, he's got some space. Past the 50, the 30, the 10. Touchdown, Mustangs. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And man, what a game-changing type play. The offense throwing the football deep in their own end, and they're probably thinking to themselves, hey, let's just get some more space. Let's try to get a first down and give ourselves room to work with. What an individual effort by the receiver after he had the ball in his hand, taking it all the way, coast to coast on that touchdown.
Let's go!
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Really good service for this offense. They learned the change, and he's got it at the 34.
and this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
Jackrabbit!
Here's the handoff. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. He'll come through on 4th downs. He's got enough right at the 23. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's 1st down.
On the double.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down.
29.
James to the back. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit.
Okay,
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
22.
Under fire. Looking for the score. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Wildcats offense will go on the attack first. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense is vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent.
And the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man.
He's turning it on. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Let's go.
Kentucky right back to the line. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Encroachment, defense.
The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. Line gets set, first down. Looking to pass, it's Carney. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Throws for the tight end. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
How about the defense setting the tone in this game? First drive, first mistake made for the offense. Nice job forcing the INT. And how about this? They had 3 last week. They're going to get 3 again this week.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And after that, best thing you can do, run it away. Here comes the special teams. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They turned it over with an interception on their first drive of the game. We're still looking for our initial points of the game. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. All right, guys, let's talk a little Kentucky. It's not the end of the world. This is not one of those be-all, end-all games that we used to have in a different era. But certainly for the winner, clear shot at the conference title and perhaps a spot in the college football playoff and a bye.
I love it. It's a great show of the week. A lot of adrenaline, a lot of emotion. Like both these squads, really good football teams in really good positions in their conference. But Jesse, after today, there can only...
Oh, there's an alley on the map. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs.
We always talk about Yak, and that was third and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. When you've got playmakers like that, they can do things after the catch. Any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
Here comes the heat. Always a welcome play for the defense. They get a sack at the 47.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes the offense was looking for one thing's going to slow down those pass rushes, but man, oh man, they had their players pulled back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Pressure coming. Snagged out there. There he goes. Slicing it
quarterback seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Encroachment. Defense.
Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. Kentucky will come to the line with a first and goal. To the air, it's Carney. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Kentucky! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
Here we go.
On the play fake on first down, wants to throw. That pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
You know, these linebackers have to be so good in zone coverage of reading the quarterback's eyes to get to the ball. You saw that linebacker do it.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get his foot down. It's first and 10 from the 31.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now. Get ready for another one.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can work on it and forcing completions like that.
That pass not close as he got twirled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Loses his way through. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Off the play fake on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Now the play fake. He's got his man across the middle. They make the stop it. He'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Wildcats headed quickly to the line.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up to the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to move again.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. To move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Just a short pass to the tight end.
Nice job by the defense there with third and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They gave up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up for it.
Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. Off Play fake on first down. To throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Here we go.
Wants to fire on second down. They'll run the screen. Runs through the defender. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
On the double.
Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to them, let them break tackles, let them make plays. Easy decision.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up fourth down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but you make decisions and throws like that. It's easy to see why.
Trying to set up the screen. They'll revert the date on that play. It's 2nd and 2. A lot of urgency for this offense. The play action fake. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy.
Nice job on this offense converting the third down. Listen, third is short. They know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. To throw, it's Wall. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Might be changing the route. Looking downfield on first down. Quick out. He goes out of bounds right at the 30. Good pickup on that one. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down.
Here we go.
Looking to throw again. It's very easy. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Holding. Offense.
They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. They have had the ball for a week and a half. Play number 10 coming up. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. Working the left side now. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Well, the offense on 3rd down there, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north, but the defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up.
And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down. The option look. Now the pitch. Oh, he's got a chance. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. Kentucky going quickly.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. Getting too much attention on the quarterback.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe. 48. And the Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. 2nd and a mile. On the gun, the running back has it. Away from the defender. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line line getting set on second down.
Single, single. Let's go. Set. Hut.
On the ground, it's Washington. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running. After the last run, you just give it to him again on fourth down. Looking to throw, it's Carney. Here's a heat. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. The offense changing the play. Steps away to find some room. Oh, the deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. So now it's second and long.
Down.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Snags it over the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. From the gun on third down. Escapes the pressure to his right. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. It's dropped. Oh, what a tough way to end this drive. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Gibson on the option. Not enough space. Question now. Will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? No, that one hurts to have the flag come out and take a touchdown off the board after that play. We've reached the break, and Kentucky is on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. So first down here as they go back to work.
Red 54.
Fire to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage.
Pass rush. And they get him at the 32.
Let's go.
He had no shot.
Breaking down. Man, he went for it, but then as he got rid of the ball. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And this kicker might be feeling it. Made one earlier. Now 49 yards out. Thought he had it and couldn't go for the upright. He missed it. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better.
Let's go.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time.
Quarterback handling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. They'll try to put it in drive this time on second down from the 22. Wants to throw. It's Wall. Got his man on the right. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a third and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. It's complete. Getting it in gear, but maybe a little light here on first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot, you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do, but over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
It'll be third and long. They've got the screen set up. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And here comes the punt team. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after making the big catch, but not before he picks up more than 40. Kentucky right back to the line.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he's so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And the Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Quickly to the tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle. And
Let's go!
They've got a third down and manageable right around midfield. Looking for a man. It's Carney. A little screen to the running back. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Going to take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Play action. Took a shot as he threw. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. This drive was breaking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh! He gets it to the 34-yard line. An excellent third down defense and fourth downs coming up. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that will extend their lead even further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Miami is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sebastian isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Florida State. Any big changes in his ACC clash? We've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. John.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys have been keeping an eye on it for us.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Knocks it out of the air. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Hey, camper! Camper!
To the air, it's Ball. Behind his tight end. He's got first down yardage across the field. They'll mark it at the 49.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to get the first through the air. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
Unleashes one. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Out of the gun. The inside. Handoff to the running back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Let's take a minute here to look at the big picture for Kentucky. By the like one of these two teams will control. Just can't pull the trigger. Keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He's going to throw deep right side. What a catch and what a throw along the sideline. Just sings it in there. A little Barishnikov for the toe tap.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence. He's looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. Looking to throw, it's Carney. And the quarterback rolls down at the 11-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Man down the middle. Completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Gets the back moving. On third and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Touchdown, Kentucky. Quick strike through the air for the score. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Way will stand.
And it's money time. It's third and goal. You've got the option. You can run the football, still be balanced, use the big fella, the tight end. I love it down here because he can act like he's blocking, slip out, and get open. And then he's got that big body. You just throw it to him, and he does the rest.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll go back to work on offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the right. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move the